Ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the lower bracket finals. 3 players remain, but only one person is here with me, and it is Duff56. Hello, Duff.
Hey, Laney, how are you today?
Great. Actually had a very productive day, and it will culminate into a matchup that I'm very much looking forward to. Both because, obviously, for personal reasons, I want to see how they play, because one of them will be my next opponent, as well as they have been consistently the players that have pulled through in this tournament. Let's take a look at the bracket maybe to follow their journey. We have, on the one hand, on the high seed position, Realmking, the German veteran player, has been playing this game for so long, and in the Steam era, he has made this next step. In the past, in the GameSpy era of the game up until 2014, he has always been like this tier 2 player, always nice to play with, but never had these top results. And then come the Steam era, 2019, and he surprised everyone and outperformed and got third in the 2019 Space Cup, right? If you remember that. And since then, he has consistently been one of the top players. He is not always the cleanest runs, he's not always the most easy ones, but he, in the end, prevails. He beat Dramatic Army 3-0, had a very close and nice match against Carson, where some might say that Petro helped him a little bit, but still, he pulled through. Then we had Moonshield, who was a very high-doted opponent, 3-0, clean sweep, played really, really well on that day. And then against me in the upper bracket finals, 3-2, he performed really well and gave me a run for my money. And now we see him down here in the lower bracket finals. And if we take a look at RealRex, maybe you continue at this point. What was his journey?
Well, RealRex started out as you could kind of say an unknown entity per se in the 1v1 era, I should say. He came in the 2v2 tournament. He was in the minors. He was second, I believe. And he wasn't in the majors. So there was a certain expectation that, he was going to take the next step. He played a lot with the other veteran players and a lot of the other competitive players, 1v1, 2v2. So a lot of patchwork kind of scrap experience to kind of build himself up before the tournament. When the tournament was announced, Rex was easily the hardest working person out of this entire tournament. He was the one who went in, he put in the effort, he wanted to learn, he wanted to get better. He played pretty much everyone, practiced against everybody, and you could see the fruit of his labors here. So he started off, he 3-0'd Coco in the upper seed. But against you, Laney, took a game off of you, and then you kind of hard swung around and used your old cane to beat him down and send him to the lower bracket. But RealRex, I would have to say, is the, I guess, little revenge tour here, for lack of a better word, is he's just had what was it? It was 4 games in a row, 3-0, 3-0's Meteora, 3-0's Ormi, 3-0's Moonshield, the number 3 seed, and then Carson, another surprise player too, making his way through the lower bracket journey here, meets up with him, and he 3-0's Carson. And Rex is the 8 seed, Carson was the 10 seed, now Rex is the 8 seed, and he's moved in to the 3rd place team. He was more or less a combination of last tournament's Realmking, where he surprised everybody, and then also Vernie, where this is a little revenge tour going through the lower brackets. So we'll see if that tour continues.
Yeah. Rex in this entire tournament, in the playoffs, lost a single map against the player that is already in the finals. So maybe that doesn't count for much. So his record is impeccable. He has really performed. But this might be one of his hardest challenges yet with Realmking, who is a player who's very resilient, who has a very, very good instinct for the game. Just checking my... Okay, Carson. Why do you send me the Twitch link? I know the Twitch link. All right. Yeah, now that we've seen the journeys of both of these players, there's one thing left for me to do, is actually launch the game. I kind of forgot to do that. Some people say it's important if you want to cast a match, but I'm still debating that. But here we go, Tournament Edition mod. Sponsored by the EEW Community Discord. If you are not yet a member but like the game, feel free to join. The link is below the video as always.
Of course, it can be found in the Steam Workshop here. And just to let you all know, Tournament Edition mod, not a traditional mod in the sense of what most people are accustomed to. It's a minor patch with some bug and balance fixes for vanilla Empire at War. All tournament games, of course, are streamed here on our Twitch channel, so please make sure to subscribe to get in on all the action. All subscriptions go towards the prize pool for the participants, so you get to directly impact and reward their hard work. For instance, somebody like Rex. And that way they can bring you the best content for Empire at War that's available.
All right. Is there anything we need to talk about? Anything we need to mention? Anything we need to do before we can start with the draft?
I think not. I think we can go into draft time here. Unless we want to
Perfect.
pick at Rex here, give a little hello and remind him that he is not spectating this match.
Right, but he has time to change that later on. I think we don't have a color clash because Rex plays with a red and Realmking plays with yellow. So that's the color of the players for you to remember. And let me know when the draft begins. Draft begins now. Let's go. Now, wait. Did he just leave exactly when I said that? Yes, I think he did. Oh, no. Oh. He saw that. Perfect. He bans Naboo. Realmking's probably his favorite map, right?
Yeah, it's also Rex's least favorite map. He doesn't like Naboo. It's just kind of that awkward map, and I enjoy it just because of the awkward matches that tend to come from it. Very interesting. It's kind of like Dantooine, where you just don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
So,
I'm a bit sad that Ran bans Endor, because I would have liked to see more Endor.
Yeah, I think this one was in Realm's cards there. He was just like, I feel like Endor is probably one of Rex's best maps, and didn't really technically, I guess, want to prepare too much for that map. So there he didn't, and then chose that he was going to ban that map. So it makes sense to me. The banning of Coruscant, I actually kind of surprised by that one from Rex there. Coruscant is easily Realmking's worst match. He kind of goes turbo downy mode when he plays against anybody. See Carson match.
That was entertaining, though, so I'm not complaining.
No, it's certainly not, but so I guess that you get a little smiley face there from Realmking. You get to see why that's such. But
seems to be happy about that, yeah.
Ooh, Rebels. Okay, so Geonosis, I think is really more. It's balanced, but it's definitely Empire sided. It's kind of almost a coin flip for how Rebels have to approach this map because, as well, I learned the hard way against you, Laney, in our match. If you do any sort of basic kind of standard start, even if you kind of flip it around, there is a huge chance that you could get hard countered.
I think the Geonosis has a very interesting dynamic in that it kind of feels like the factions are reversed in a sense, in that the slower faction, the Empire, dictates the pace of the game a lot in the beginning. There are very many, very different ways you can play as Empire on Geonosis. And the Rebel player has to recognize that and has to take the correct countermeasure, has to react to that correctly. Whereas on other maps, it's oftentimes so that the Rebel player decides what the game is going to be like. So Realmking picks the Rebels, which in the long term on this map as well as on any map get better the longer the game goes. So he will try to drag that out. And he puts RealRex into the situation where he has to pick and choose on what to do, which in itself is some pressure because Rex now has to really think about how he wants to approach this map. And there's always this nagging piece of doubt in the back of your head. Is my strategy correct that I do here with Empire?
And I think one thing that Realm may have noticed from RealRex before we start here is that most of his wins actually came from Rebels. So maybe he's taking that into account while he's playing Rex, and he actually wants to not let him get Rebels.
Yeah, that. And then for Rex, I think it's kind of the same. Rex has performed exceptionally well on Rebels. If I think back on his match against, I think it was Ormila, where he was just so resilient with Rebels. And yeah, taking the Rebels away. I feel like the Rebels are the faction which will be sought after by both players here the most. Not really sure why Rex is leaving right now. Let's give him a moment while I check my DMs. Nothing there. Okay.
We can probably just rehost the lobby too, just to make sure.
Good point. I still have the redemption pit text in here.
It's just
Won't leave me. But that's fine. We are back. Fresh lobby, shouldn't sink.
We got a nice prediction coming here from Nikomer. He says, my prediction is the player whose name starts with R-E-L or R-E-A-L, excuse me, will win.
Bold.
For real.
Bold prediction, Nico. We'll check after if you were right with that one. Right. Had to fix his resolution. Okay. Can't be his New Year's resolution because that's a while ago. Yeah. What's your prediction, Scythe?
I think Rex is going to take the first game here. Realm always kind of struggles at the beginning, but then picks it up afterwards. Especially also being Empire and Geonosis. I haven't seen much of Realmking on Geonosis, so it'll be interesting.
I think he has banned that map a couple of times. So let's see how it goes. Both players have one restart if they need it. But for now, we have on the rebel units in yellow, Realmking, and the other person starting with Real is RealRex. Both building their base mines. Rex seems to be going into a position where he potentially could build both of the middle mines if he wants to. Realmking is not passing the middle completely. Going for the quickest possible approach on the Empire mine.
Oh, okay, so he drops one in here. I like that. Oh, he's peeling off. Never mind. Now he's going back. That was kind of a sloppy move there. I think he meant to go and chase that TIE fighter. And I think now if he really wants to strike this mine...
Oh, no bomber.
No bomber. Interesting.
It might have been that Rem's idea was to immediately destroy one of the mines in the middle by dropping that fighter there.
That's what I was thinking, but he warped it pretty far back, so maybe not.
True.
Maybe he thought there was going to be a bomber that came in. Now he's going for the middle.
Okay. So Rex is going for the absolute standard vanilla strategy here. Just build a lot of TIE fighters, get the engine upgrade, take a bit longer in destroying the rebel baseline, but in return have a lot of space, I can't say air superiority, and then win the big dogfight or chase the X-Wings down. Both basemines going down, but if you look at this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 TIE fighters, that's a lot.
Oh, this is not a good engagement for Rex. Is he throwing right now? Because all Realm has to do is just, and I'm assuming that's a starting unit by Realmking, all he needs to do is just combine all his X-Wings and he just hard wins that dogfight.
Does Realm see this? Yes, he does. Wants to clear the bottom corner out. Yeah, these are just the starting units here for Realmking, so that's not a problem for Rex.
At least I hope they are.
These names. RealRex's base mine is up, but he's not going there yet. Nice timing from Realmking. The moment the mine respawned, his X-Wings start moving there. That was actually really nice timing.
I agree, yeah.
I like what I'm seeing so far from Realmking here. He's not throwing away his units needlessly. He's using his starting units perfectly. He's clearing out bottom right slowly but surely. He's sitting on over 1k credits, so he's flexible. And Rex's all-fighter approach didn't really bring him a lot of merits yet, but this is looking great now. Little micro mistake. He made one little swerve too many. Falls back far behind. Wait. Okay, Scythe just left my voice call, I think. Hello, hello.
Hello.
Are you back?
I am back, yes.
Okay, perfect.
Discord bugginess.
Would you look at that? Rex actually had 4 TIE fighters that he could bring in here. And Ram thinks he has the upper hand, searches the dogfight, but at the same time Rex says, okay, nice, I have time to build my basement now.
Yeah, this is not looking good for Realm right now. That was a hard flop there, but he is going to kill these TIE fighters, but Rex is just going to get that mine up, and he can't really do anything at his base mine either because he's blocking it down there, but I don't know. Now he's splitting off. Interesting. I don't know, agree with that? I don't know. So very confusing. Interesting.
Okay, guys. I just got played by OBS. And it played a recording that I purposefully deactivated before. But by restarting OBS, I must have activated it again. So all the people got to see was recording so far. But I hope we... Ah! Why? Right, but here we are. I hope you could follow the game a little bit by our commentary.
Interesting turn of events here. The ironic part was Laney was just saying, wow, it's so easy to set everything up now and get everything going. And naturally, right when he says that, something bad happened.
Oh, it was set up perfectly. I was going through all the scenes, checking that nothing played. I had a black screen when I checked the in-game screen, which means no recording playing. Restart OBS, and here we go.
And I don't know. This is looking bad for Realmking right now. Rex has map control here, and he's just lost so many X-wings. He's going to lose another squadron right there, assuming that's his dogfight or his starting squadrons up on top there fighting that. But he's pretty much lost all his units.
Yep, this became dirty and scrappy rather quick. I think Rex did a perfect strategic call here by waiting until Realmking felt secure to engage into the dogfight and then building his base mine. Controlling the pace, controlling where Realmking was. And Realmking paid for that with pretty much all of his units.
Yeah. And Rex is just going to build his mine again, and this is GG.
If viewers were thinking that the devices were bugging out, no, that was on our end. That was on our end. Yeah, like you said, Rex's base mine is going up again. And as soon as Ram sees that, because he's not arriving to do double damage, I think he will call GG. No? Whoa, okay, he has a couple of units here. Let's go.
Is he going to be... Oh, but he drops it in middle. Or drops the, excuse me. I'm so confused. Why did he hold on to those units?
He didn't know where to use them yet at that moment in time. I mean, it was kind of obvious that it would be the base mine.
Yeah, but he was too late on that, and then Rex just responds by building middle right now. And I mean, I don't think Rome really wins that dogfight. Oh, one HP mine, 1 HP. That's enough to pick off another X-wing or two.
Yeah. Well, now he will find the middle mine, but again, it's only 1.5 squadrons of X-wings. He is holding on for dear life right now, but I don't really see a way coming, unless Rex makes a big mistake now. But here with defending, that should suffice to kill all these X-wings, and that would be game. By the way, I think with that recording issue here, we have officially surpassed the wrong overlay issue.
Yeah.
We can always go deeper.
Oh, nice.
GG. Very nice. Very nice first game. Very strategic. And then it exploded when Rex was able to bait Realmking into the dogfight.
We gotta make sure this time that the there's no recording game that's going to be played.
No recording. Double check.
According to Nico, he said the first half of the match there, unfortunately, was pretty much recording.
It's audio commentary. It's like listening to the radio, like the good old days when you were driving in your car, listening to the latest, I don't know, soccer, American football, whatever floats your boat. Yeah, but now you can check up on everything. We have our bands, Naboo and or Coruscant. I think the overlay should have been there regardless. And we are in for the second one. Is this live? Kind of, parts of it. All right. Game 2. What do you expect? Now, Rex as the low seed has the map pick for the second one. Wait, no. Realmking is the high seed and has the pick. That's what. See, this whole recording thing got me discombobulated here. Let me get my bearings. We are 1-0 for Rex as our low seed player, meaning Realmking picks Dantooine. I think this is actually a very... Oh, there's so much going on in their heads right now, because I know that Realmking has a really, really good Empire strategy. But I know that Realmking knows that RealRex is a very good rebel player on this map. So what we have here is the situation where Realmking can pick the map because he knows he will get his faction, and he even thinks it's okay to give his opponent his desired faction. So both have the faction they want, and we are in for the clash of... Yeah, both. I can tell you, if you ask both players right now, each one would tell you, yeah, perfect, I have my faction, I'm gonna win this easy. And now they clash, and we will find out who's right after all.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. I've actually played and kind of trained Rex on this map a little bit here. Got him to play Empire and Rebels, of course. So we'll have to see. Yeah, we'll just have to really see what kind of happens. But Realm being pretty confident on this map. I haven't seen him play much, so hopefully he kind of evolved with the meta with it. Well, I guess we'll find out.
Indeed we will. Having a bad day. I actually kind of do, but I was very productive today, so that's always nice. Dantooine, Rebels, the overlay is perfect. Now, let's check on the overlay, okay, shall we? Let's just switch. Is there any recording like this? Okay, no recording. You saw it, guys, yeah? It's on record, no recording. Okay, let's go.
I'm deliberately watching the stream right now just to make sure that it doesn't jump to the wrong screen.
All right.
Funny thing is, I actually planned to do that at the beginning there to watch the stream, and then I was too engrossed in the game and didn't do it. And the one time I didn't, that's what I get for assumptions.
Okay, Carson says Realmking actually prefers Rebels by now. Then maybe my information is a little bit outdated. That's possible. But I know that people have been going around the block speaking about how Realmking has a very, very good Empire strategy on this map. Both players doing kind of similar starts, going to the left side first, going to the top left first. I don't think Rex is going to build this with the TIE Fighter approaching, and then both players pretty much at the same time will arrive in the bottom right. It's possible that Rex will build bottom right, but I don't think so. He should be expecting Realm to arrive there too. Yeah, they meet. You can see it on the minimap, dogfight ensues, and same thing in the middle. So very similar playstyles here. Oh, this is ballsy. Rex builds this without even checking the vicinity. He just builds the mine, hoping that nothing will happen. That was a really good call, yeah.
I like that a lot, specifically because I feel as though the Rebels need to stop Empire from building the mines at the beginning of the game. Because if you can do that, then you can level the playing field. Because that's honestly Empire's biggest advantage on this map is being able to be everywhere. And stopping them from doing that and then drawing out the TIE fighters is, that allows you to win dogfights on other parts of the map.
Indeed. Now, in the middle, we have a dogfight that's going well for Realmking. In the bottom, we have a dogfight that's going well for Realmking, but he doesn't have a lot of firepower on this mine. So he pays for that in credits, and Rex goes on. He's building the mine. He's doing the overwhelm strategy, just building more mines than the Empire can have means to destroy.
Yep, and this is where Rebels start to gain the advantage here. Now he just can't contest. But he hard lost bottom right. That's not good for Rex. That should
Especially
not have
since
happened.
Rex is completely bound here. Rex can't go away here, else he would be chased by these TIE fighters.
Mm-hmm. So Realm is pushing the base mine now. He's gonna pop that. Rex is gonna be able to keep his mine, keeps upgrade. But yeah, I just don't. Yeah, that was bad for Rex, really. Honestly, everything was going very well. He should have just tried to at least stall it as long as possible. Like, that would have...
Move? Okay.
Yeah.
Moves. Right, so Is it possible that Rex is losing his upgrade because the base mine and the top mine should go down roughly at the same time with these amounts of TIE fighters? And only now, and only with... oh, there's 2 more X-Wings in the nebula, so firepower is nice. Coming in there. But Ren is going to the center already.
Yeah.
Oh, but Rex anticipated the move. And is calling in more fighters. That's really, really important for Rex.
Ooh, he got a dogfight. Ooh, is he gonna squeak out another pass? Some of it did, not a lot.
So, all the mines are down. Rebel mine upgrade is down. So that's a lot of credits that RealRex loses, just by association. But he now has the ability to go for Ram Space Mine. So we might see a situation where both players have lost all their mines in a bit. Especially since there's no turret.
He's got to peel off those X-Wings, because those are all purchase X-Wings. Like, send one to sacrifice and then get rid of the other 2, because that's just bad.
Oh, yeah. Now, Realm builds top left. Is this gonna complete before he loses his base mine? It should, right?
It should, yeah. No, it's Ooh, this is not looking good here. Ooh, and he's got a TIE fighter up on the top right too, and he's just building the mine. Is Rum gonna notice that?
Not yet, moving. Taking one eye on there. Ah, he builds bottom instead. Okay, so there's nothing from Rex right now in the bottom corner.
Ooh, he notices up on top. There's way too many ties on this map. There's no way. He stopped.
But these ties are not where he needs them, though. They're in the center of the map where there's nothing of interest. There's one X-Wing, it's... Ah, boy.
Oh, that's, he should figure out which one it's targeting and peel off that X-Wing.
Okay, but Rex, again, he sat on his base mine, was maybe waiting for a bomber drop, but nothing came, so as a consequence, he's not going to the bottom right either. This must be adrenaline level 100 for both of these players right now. You have so many units, and it's all about where you are at what point in time. Honestly, Realmking could destroy the supply dock if he's...
He needs to kill Rex's mines. He's letting Rex get back into the game here.
Building his baseman again too?
With the amount of ties that Realm has on the field, he's doing an absolutely abysmal job at map control. Like, Rex should not have been able to build the top left mine. He should have at least been able to stop that.
I'm a bit concerned for these X-Wings. If the mine is down, then these X-Wings will all die, I think. Rex builds middle. This is tempo 200. This is really fast-paced. The players can't really keep up with what the opponent is.
Oh! 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 All right. Oh, that's a lot of TIE fighters. Are we calling Realm Carson? Is this the Carson maneuver? Just
did the virus
blow up half
spread?
your TIE fighters?
Ram found the center mine. I can't even move my camera in time to all the places where stuff is happening right now. It's insane. I can't even imagine what it must feel like for the players.
Yeah, but this is going to be real hard for Rex to stay in this game here. If he goes back up and pops that mine instantly, or he has like a Y-Wing or something in reserve, like, I don't know. There's too much mines for Realm. He's going up there right now. We'll go to top left real quick. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, has Rex. Rex is pulling the TIE fighters down, so I imagine he will spawn something at the top here. Is he? No, he's not. He's coming in from the bottom with his blob. And will he get double damage, though? The TIE fighters are moving into position to block the shots. Realmking is intercepting. The X-Wings are taking a lot of damage before they even arrive. Full, no double damage. Oh, that's actually, that might be game deciding here. That he didn't get the double damage here.
Yeah.
That might be the point where the game is decided, since he still has the bottom line. Guys, in matches like these, where there's so much happening that we can't really show it on camera, always take a look at the minimap. You can see who has what mine, what's going up, so you can keep the overview of everything.
Senate says Carson got avenged. Referencing the canister. Does he get him again?
Canister
Does he
number
get
2.
him?
Canister round 2. Let's go. Let's go. Nah.
Oh. Oh,
Fool
he
me
should have
once,
stopped
but don't
attacking
fool me
it.
twice. It's over. I think it's over, Scythe.
Yeah, it's over. It's Rex had a couple opportunities really to get back in that game, but it was just honestly for both sides not a very good job at map control. That was the biggest thing. So that's why you just see these enormous amount of fighters on the field.
Yeah. I think, like what Carson said in chat, that Rex didn't check bottom right when he hard lost the dogfight at the start. And it took a very, very long time until he arrived there. And that might have been
Yeah.
starting to snowball. But the game was open. It hung in balance, literally, for a very long time.
Rex, I guess, feels like he still has a chance with these couple of X-Wings, but it's just irrelevant at this point because there's 3 Empire mines
Rex
up
is
on
a
the map.
cockroach.
Right?
He's not gonna call GG.
Yeah. He may even just be stalling to delay us out because maybe he's triggered.
Caster's
I've done that a
Curse.
few times.
Yep. I just said it.
There it is. Yep.
What a nice game, too, without recording.
Without recording this time, yeah.
I'm actually a very happy map maker right now, concerning Dantooine. Because that was prime entertainment.
It's good stuff.
All right, taking a look. Naboo, Endor, Coruscant, and Geonosis are off limits. But what will he pick? Bothawi. All right. Welcome back, Scythe. Hello, hello.
I hope those aren't appearing on stream here. Just the stream quality keeps dipping out on me, so I'm just trying to do.
It's a Discord bug. I have the same thing. I don't know if you guys have that in chat, where if you watch a stream on Discord, then after some time it just gets blurry, and if you rejoin the stream, you have full quality again. It's really weird. Right, so we are on Bothawi, and Realmking, no surprise, picks Empire. Wait, here we go. He won against me. I think he won before in the tournament too. Empire is generally considered the faction that is much easier to play on Bothawi. So, yeah, Rex probably has something prepared, something planned. He wouldn't pick Bothawi otherwise because the Empire pick is to be expected, right?
Yeah, I hope he has some cheese up his sleeve. That's all I gotta say there. That's a bold pick. And as I said, that literally Senate just came into chat with that too, so. Did he learn from Carson? Did he bring up some Carson strategies? Has he got some cheese? Let's find out.
All right. Let's see. Bothawi, where the first big decision is what happens with the turrets. Both the basement turrets. Does Rebel build their turrets? Spend the money? Oh, there's the re. From Realmking. All right. Let's go again. That's his re. One redo per player. Because as the Rebel player, you always have this problem of you kind of want your basement turret because it can be so valuable later on. But at the same time, you need that money because you want to build stuff in the center. You want to build fighters to contest the center. So it's a hard decision to make.
And I don't know. I feel like it's quicker just to type re as it is to go ahead and quit the game.
Yeah. It depends. If it happens like to me where you type too fast so the game doesn't recognize it. By the Yeah, there's two rules for the re. Originally, we only had the 10 seconds in there. So that's what he's referring to. But unofficially, we always have done it in the way that as long as there is no enemy contact, it doesn't matter anyway, right? Whether it's 10 seconds, whether it's 15 seconds, whatever. So we've added that to the rules that it's 10 seconds / before contact. So there's no need to BS about it if there is no information gained from the players, right?
Right. And obviously, of course, that's, map dependent as well. So, we'll see.
Yep.
Guess we'll figure out what happens.
Now, against me, Realm hard committed with his TIE fighters in the bottom, which rendered my bomber useless, so rip. But let's see if he does the same or whether he anticipates that RealRex anticipates that he would do that and then he will. Strategy games, right? No Empire turret. All right, but a Rebel turret. What's happening?
So,
Interesting.
I wonder if Rex anticipates an IPV, maybe. And or bomber. Missile turret is a nice hard counter for the bomber.
TIE ladder, but it's only a little one, and the turret goes up regardless. It's a laser turret. What do we have in the top? The Rex is baiting, coming in with 3, but Realmking is not going to get baited today. Yeah, there's the hard
Yeah, I
commit.
feel like Realm's seen Rex do that a couple times, so he's like, I'm not going to fall for that. He does just let Rebels get top, though. There's no contention up there.
All right. Yeah, because unlike in my match, with having more X-Wings as opposed to bombers, he wins that really early and can just go on and build the mine. Intercepts Ram's TIE fighters, so there's no way for Realmking now to go up there, and he will have to contend on shooting at the turret here.
I wonder if that's a throw by Realm, though. I mean, he's not even contending the mine up there. Did he just not click, or?
Well, I wouldn't be so fast. Like, Realm didn't build his base turret, so that's like 875. Oh, is it a missile turret? It's missile. 700 credits that he is ahead, quote unquote. So that mine up there can live for a little bit without being a huge problem. Then Rex has built
That's
2
true.
more turrets, one bottom, one top. If Realm sees that, he can do double damage, which he will do. So while Rex has a good map position, Realmking has put much more money into fighters, so his map presence is a lot stronger. Look at this.
I would agree. Yeah, now he hard wins bottom right, so I guess he can just counter with building that.
And Rex only has 1 to 3 X-Wings on the field, right?
And then Realm can just keep spamming TIE fighters until that turret's down, and then he can just start picking off those X-Wings. Now he build. Oh, interesting. He doesn't even build bottom right.
Is Rex going for the base mine? I don't know if that's enough.
Is that a hard counter by Realm? Did he just predict that if he did that Rex is just going to shoot for his base mine? And he's like, I'm just going to build the mines in the middle? I guess so.
Wow. If he predicted that, then hats off. Builds both the middle mines now. We have the starting units coming back from Rex, but Rex is going bottom because that's what you expect. He's not checking the middle mine.
It's a big brain moment here for Realm.
Oh, that was cheeky.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, Rex finds the mine, but it's only one.
Mine is-
Here's another one. Now, no Empire turret
Jeez.
makes it so that this force is actually enough. If there was a turret, no way that these damaged X-Wings would have been enough.
I agree. Rex is he's going to defend these mines here, and then he's just going to be popping bottom left there. There's a lot of TIE fighters on the map again.
Images you don't want to see as a rebel player. when you can't even click the mine because there's so many TIE fighters over it. We have a missile turret from Realm going up at the top. Encampment here. Now Rex's attack force is arriving from the enemy base mine, but he needs to zoom out of there. Right about now.
Oh, he does.
Okay, didn't take too much damage, but he has lost all his income.
I mean,
While Realmking is sitting on 1.2k, can build his basement again, which he will do right about now. Now?
yeah, he can get.
Now?
He's got
Now?
at least like 12
Oh,
ties
he's not
on the
gonna build it
field.
because he sees the X-Wings coming, okay. So he waited until he knew where Rex was going. That was very nice.
Build bottom right.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Ram sees the X-Wings. So just build the one where he's not going.
Now he's just kind of okay. So Rex got his base mine up, so that's actually pretty helpful for him because now it's going to take. He's going to get that up before Realm could get anything
That's
over
true.
there.
Ram didn't leave anything there, but then again, it's very hard to leave anything there with a missile turret, right?
I agree. Now that Rex kind of took off with his units, he can just build his base mine again when he
Yeah,
has the
I'm kind of
income.
wondering why Ram didn't move his fighters over there a little bit earlier. It was to be expected. Or rather, you have the option between the middle mine and the bottom mine. Which one do you want to defend?
Right. Realm, I think, just has so much money, it's kind of relevant. He's popping up a turret and a mine, and he still has his mine up there. And yeah, he's gonna pop lose that mine, but it's kind of irrelevant.
And this time he's losing a lot of X-Wings.
Oh.
Dogfight up here? I think Rex should win it.
If he merges them, then yeah. Oh, well, I mean, whatever's left of that, I guess. But I don't think it's kind of relevant at this point. There's just a lot of well, he doesn't have the mine upgrade actually, so I don't know. Maybe there's a small chance Rex could kind of pull back, but I doubt it. Yeah, now that he's
I'm all for it. I want epic comebacks.
yeah, I think Realm just hard builds bottom right, and then he's getting the mine upgrade on top left. I think that just ends it.
Oh, that could have been disaster bottom right for Realmking, but he sees the X-Wings, doesn't build the mine. Builds top instead. What's up at the Rebel base mine? Nothing, because it's dead.
Carson asks, Vernie, did you see today's overlay mishap? And he says, yeah, Boba at least showed the game. He said
Well,
this was
I
next
showed a
level.
game too. I even showed 2 matches in one sitting. That's next level.
Yeah.
Nah,
We got double turrets here. I mean, like,
I'm really annoyed that happened with the overlay. No, with the recording. Interesting. Realmking actually caught these X-Wings because Rex got so greedy doing double damage on the missile turret in the middle of nowhere.
That's just, I mean, yeah. I think Realm's been toying with Rex this entire game here. This is
I still think Rex showed us his cockroach capabilities in this one. It looked over way before it actually was over. He did a good job killing mines. At many points, he was just 5 seconds too late to do the double damage that he would need to get ahead of the curve.
right. I'm surprised Realm hasn't built the mine upgrade yet.
Yeah, so that will be 4 mines for Realm. Should be a tech upgrade soon, which, if Rex doesn't call it before that, would be the nail in the coffin.
Realm's letting him have his base mine. I'm assuming at this point Realm's gotta be teching or
Sitting at 2k credits? Just spent 2k. Yeah.
yeah, and literally, yeah. think at this point, Realm doesn't really care because he's just like, well, I'll lose those ties, but it's kind of irrelevant. I'll just maintain map control, probably build my turret, build that mine, intercept those
Right.
X-Wings, and, you know, wait till
I
Boba
think
comes
Rex
onto the
is gonna
field.
tech 2 because he expects Realm to tech. Let's see. Yep, techs 2.
Yep.
It's correct. You can't say it's wrong. Unlikely that it's gonna change things, right?
Oh, he has to tech.
Oh,
Yeah, he
he
has
might
to
even
tech. I mean, that
get
was
that mine.
great for him to
Okay.
recognize that. It would be. I mean, it'll feel nice, but it's kind of, moot. Like, Realm's almost got 3K again.
Well, maybe we see some exceptional hero micro. See the hero Corvette taking out double missile. Oh no, we don't.
Realm's taking the conservative approach here. Just, get map control, tech up. Like, he could have went and popped that mine, but I do feel like that would have potentially set him back. He could have lost a lot of TIE fighters doing that and instead of chose to tech and just be like, you know
Oh, is
what,
the
I'll just win
potato
with
in the
tech
way?
2 units.
It's kinda okay. But next time that Rex unlocks his S-foils, these TIE fighters will be on him.
Okay, Realm techs.
Enemy
Rex is
space
tech 2
station
now too,
been
has
upgraded.
built something for 1800 credits. Ooh, nice drop from Boba. Gets all the X-Wings. And Rex causes HG.
Rex is tech 2. Yeah.
Yep,
His tech
he
was
tried
even
until the end,
irrelevant.
which is commendable, but ultimately the game was over way before that, yeah.
Yeah, I think that. I feel like just having him lose his X-Wings, like he no longer has map control. He's like, I'm not going to drag this out, which is the right call. So.
Turrets paid off. Especially the one in the middle of nowhere. All right, game 4. We have a 2-1 lead now for Realmking, but this time around, Rex will have the faction pick. Saif, you back? All right.
Sure.
Now, do you have any gut feeling on what we will see for game 4?
I mean, this is a realm map here, so I wonder if he goes ahead and. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. Maybe Polis? Oh, yep, there he goes.
Now, Polis is
I did not see him type that as I that happened at the same time.
probably
But
Rex's
just
favorite map right now. So,
yeah, that's a bold pick. I wonder if he doesn't know that, because that is a map I would not have picked.
goes Rebels, alrighty.
Yeah.
Huh. I'm not sure that I like that he goes Rebels right now. On Polos, Rebels are the faction where you can just lose by making micro mistakes, by just being a little bit off. And I don't know if he feels at 100% after this long, winding loss, after losing the last 2 games. Does he have the mental fortitude to perform as Rebels on Polos now?
I think he does. Rex likes to drag out games too. I mean, I'm pretty sure he knew he lost the last game, so if he was tilted, maybe he just dragged it out just again to be like, well, let me untilt myself and unwind and prepare
True.
for the next game.
It's very possible. All right, we have a Realm on the Empire units and Rex on the Rebel units. Let's go. Both players off to a quick start, as we would expect. Rex goes to the left of his base mine, which makes it a bit easier to maneuver. So that's obviously the right call. Both players say hi, Little high five here. And first question is, will there be an Empire turret? Nope, no turret today. Second question, will there be an Empire bomber?
I would imagine so. It's pretty much the standard
There's
meta
the
for
bomber.
this.
Third question, will there be a Rebel
Yep.
X-Wing defending against the bomber? There's the X-Wing. Ooh, perfect placement here for the X-Wing.
Yeah.
One bomber down already, second bomber down, so that, but he does have
but-
damage, so that's a lot of damage. What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh.
That's gonna be tilting. Wow.
That brings up some PTSD for me back in our 2v2 match on the Boo. So the feels.
Okay, so that just happened.
Rex built a turret. He's getting double damage on this, but I feel like after double damage stops, do you continue killing the mine
It's
or
like
do you
sunken
dogfight?
cost
That's the
fallacy
question.
type of stuff. You need to finish the job. It's gonna regenerate, right? Fine spot him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, but he's gonna lose a lot of X-wings.
30% damage there. Top mine. This just feels like the time is moving really slow if you're a Rebel player. And we have a dogfight that he's probably gonna...
Yeah.
Oh, two of those are starting units, so he doesn't really care. Okay, so that's why he was just hard attacking them. But Realm has bottom. Realm will... Oh, Realm doesn't know. Oh, but Realm doesn't have the money. Never mind. Never mind, Realm can't even build it. So now he knows about the turret. Oof. Crisis averted there, because that would have been ugly.
No, he's just gonna get...
All right. Oh, 1 HP. Oh, that must be so tilting for Rex. I hope he can keep his stuff together. Top mine goes up again. Do we see any Rebel units in the vicinity? No, we have the starting units coming back, but they are on the other side of the map right now.
I wonder if Rex hard defends his base mine. I feel like you kind of have to
The timing.
because you're not going to be able to get the other one.
I wonder if Rex can drop something here, but I think he was out of money. Maybe it would have been better not to build the base mine, but build more fighters instead, because he's very low on map presence. Has to bail down here. These are all units that he brought in, that he bought, so he needs to bail. And he checks mid first with the starting unit, so he won't get the double damage up here. His baseman goes up, so that's nice, obviously. But this is looking really nice for Realm. Is this the 3-1?
Yeah, I feel like the move was to defend the base mine because at that point it's just like, well, I don't have map present in middle and top. He's got to be at least building one, so I should just defend my base mine so I get income. And then if he keeps warping in fighters, like you're at least picking them off.
I think the move would have been not to build your own base mine again.
That's true. You could have done that and at least kept map control at that point and stopped him from... Because, yeah, you're right, because then at that point you would have been able to stop him from
It's two more
building
X-Wings that you can
the
drop
other
here with
parts
the
of the
vision
map.
of the missile turret, and you retain map control.
Yeah, going back to that bomber at the beginning of the game there, that... yeah, see, that's why I don't like to put the bomber or the X-Wings up there to intercept it, because to me, it's more dangerous of letting Empire get the double damage with the proton torpedoes. I feel like you just need to body block that, and you can definitely do that with X-Wings. It's pretty... I want to say that it's easy. It is a little time-consuming, but it's totally worth it, because, I mean, you saw the opposite end of when you don't body block them, and 3 proton torpedoes kill a 60+% mine. That's feels bad, man.
Realm never disappoints, says Carson.
Okay.
True. He steps up when he needs to. He has shaky games when he can afford, and he steps up when he needs to. That's his DNA.
Oh, we have X-Wings coming in. Starting unit X-Wings are in here. Realm builds a turret in the
What
middle.
is it? Probably missile turret, yep. Yeah, Rex has his base mine again, so he's again not giving up. Of course he's not giving up, this is for elimination. But again, he is behind, it's a tall order, but he will try his best. building up X-Wing numbers will be hard because Realm is in a position where he can defend his mines.
Oh yeah, okay, this is good. So there's I think
It was less
Rex
than perfect
should have
micro, but he's
dogfought that.
getting away.
He's just losing X-Wings.
He's also losing his base mine soon again. So at some point, ooh, he's flying into, okay, sees it. At some point, Rex needs to build up more forces on the map instead of only just building his base mine again and again, because Realmking is building TIE fighters.
It's over now. Realmking just warped in like 4 TIE fighters down there. That's a hard GG in my opinion. Now that once he sees the X-Wings up on top there, he just builds, I would say he hard builds bottom left maybe, and then maybe even middle.
Yeah, I think it's his starting units.
Oh, but he's
I mean, if he
dogfighting.
flies on, they will just die. There's so many TIE fighters. Oh, wait, no! Oh, I didn't see the tag.
No,
Okay.
his starting units are at the base.
Ah.
Yeah, no, his starting units are at the base.
It's a lose-lose, right? You dogfight because you don't want to lose the units, but what can you do? This is the power of the Nebula, really. Nothing to do. Realmking is putting up. Yeah.
Oh, he put up a turret and the mine over there. Okay, I see what he did. He wanted full middle control. I mean, yeah, Rome stalls, he wins. Rex attacks the mine, he wins. I mean, it's over. It's just, yeah.
Dramatic, what did you say?
Dramatic was right, he says. GG. What was he right?
Why did he predict 3-1? I think that's it. I think he predicted the 3-1 on the Discord. Yeah. But what a match did we have? That was a treat to watch.
That was a
I can't leave.
there was a lot going on. I really enjoyed that.
Can't leave.
Can't leave, the game will never end.
Wow. Rex out and Realm moves on. Why don't you grab the players while I updated the overlay with everything we need for now?
All right. Gentlemen, GG.
Yep, GG.
GG's.
Well played. That was a yeah, that was a pretty fun match. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Let's say started off with a Rex win, and then Realm came back hard. Not surprised. I figured the first game was gonna go to Rex. I feel like Realm always kind of slow to start.
Geo is not my kind of map, but yeah. I mean, I kind of have to give him a win, otherwise he would feel too bad from all the shit talking he did.
No.
The BM and the base mine, we had that in the last one, but we will talk about that one a little bit later. Let's start from the beginning. I think Naboo with you both is a very interesting combination that Rex, you just hate the map, and Ram, you just love the map.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably kind of same with Endor. I hate the map, and
you get Endor banned. Endor.
What, that you hate, Geo?
Rex, you get Endor banned a lot against you, don't you?
Oh, Endor, okay.
I think I only... Did we play it, actually? Because if not, I feel like I only played it once in the entire tournament. And I would have picked it every single round.
But I don't think we played it, no.
Okay. Then I do believe I played against the tower, but that's it. Can't prove anyone that... Yeah, sounds about right. Can't prove anyone it's a rebel map if no one plays it against me. Damn cowards.
They are all scared that you can actually beat them with rebels. Coruscant is the last one. I think you were pretty happy around when Coruscant was banned. It's not your favorite map by a long shot, I think.
I mean, I wouldn't even have picked it. So, and if you would have picked it, I would have picked Rappers, and Rex sucks for the Empire. So I would have probably won.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't win course on this Empire anyway, so there's that.
Yeah. I just kind of have to give something back from all the trash talk he did.
I didn't do any trash talk.
Saif, why don't you lead the interview
him?
about the first map while I try to bring the draft onto the screen here? I think that would be interesting to see.
Draft or another recording of the first game. Memeing aside there, yes. Well, actually, these guys don't know. So Laney's played the first half of Geonosis from the recording from another match, and we didn't get the first half of Geonosis, but we'll try to.
What? How did that happen? What?
He clicked the wrong button, and it played the recording instead of bringing up the correct overlay. So fat rip. But
how do you not notice
it was a combination of things.
Like two different people playing.
Firstly, I deliberately turned the recordings off, but then I restarted OBS, and one of the scenes got it turned on. And secondly, my phone was dead, so I didn't have the chat in front of me. The stars were aligned.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess we'll start with Geonosis or try to walk through the first half that we kind of have to, I guess, guide people along with here. It was a pretty standard start. Realm went after the base mine with Rebels, got his base mine up, went to the bottom right, only built a turret, built a laser turret. He dropped the X-Wing in the middle, and then Rex went hard on the base mine, dropped a bunch of TIE fighters. I think he had 6 TIE fighters down there. And after that, you guys kind of met in the middle, but Realm chose a dogfight with his starting fighters and keep his other fighters away. Realm, take us through your thoughts on that. What was your plan with that? Because you could have hard won that dogfight because you had 6 X-Wings to 6 TIE fighters. What were your thoughts?
I was honestly concerned that he would have built his basement, so I just wanted to check with them. But I think he saw me coming, he didn't build it, I flew away, and then he built it. And it was kind of hard to get back in.
Yeah, then Rex, what was your thoughts on that part?
I mean, I still had plenty of fighters in my reinforcement step at that point. So either he engages in a dogfight and I just win, or I get to build my basement.
And it was just from him taking too long to build or kill your base mine?
I think he just tried to bait me building something in the middle, and that backfired. So I just got a lot of money.
Gotcha. So then afterwards, you ended up building your base mine, and then you had it for a moment, I would say, because it was kind of almost like a hard flip. So you had it for a moment, and then you dropped all your TIE fighters in, if I recall. Take us through that.
Oh yeah, at that point, I had a fighter, I think, on every mine that he could build. I think I left like one fighter in my reinforcements tab to reinforce that if needed, and just sat on my mine, basically. The good old Empire strategy.
And Realm, what were you doing after you were kind of in that situation?
I mean, I kind of saw the game already kind of lost because I couldn't get my base mine up. I mean, I was saving money for that. Maybe I should have just spent it in X-Wings. Would have been probably a better idea, but I mean, that's just how I kind of play. I like building base mines more than just wasting everything in fighters.
Interesting that you say wasting everything on fighters, because I would say after that, pretty much people saw, Geo game kind of played out where you just, lost the economy battle, and then, moving on to
I was also considering picking Empire because I just didn't feel that comfortable on the map. Maybe I just should have picked Empire.
Yeah, I was kind of saying that at the beginning of the stream. I was just like, I think that, you want to do, because you also mentioned earlier during one of your BM responses that you said Rex sucks as Empire. So I thought you were trying to potentially take that away from him. And then also, he picked Geonosis, and then it's just like, I feel like that's more of an Empire map. It's easier to start off with, but, I don't know. Maybe you just felt like you didn't want to give him Rebels at the get-go. But I mean, it is what it is. You lost that map, but then you rebounded pretty good there. You went on to game 2 with Dantooine. Rex, you picked Rebels. What were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I like the Rebels. To be fair, that was my downfall. I do believe I had a pretty good start there, but I was just completely overwhelmed with my micro. I don't know. My micro was terrible today. I really noticed that, and I haven't done that before.
There was a lot going on that map there, but before we kind of get into the specifics there, Realm, was that your strategy? Did you want to pick Dantooine because you wanted to bait him into
Yes.
picking Rebels?
Yes. I mean, he could have also picked them, but I kind of have a rebel strat that no
Now
one
I'm
has
scared.
played so far. So
Nice.
and the rebel strat kind
Dang.
of works. So Lanny should be scared.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
I have a solution. Just pick Empire.
Yeah, but Dantooine was such a nice game.
Yeah.
It was open, it was in the balance for such a long time. There was action literally all over the map. So I can only imagine what you guys felt with the amount of micro and multitasking that you had to do. So yeah, maybe, yeah.
Yeah, the canister kind of fucked me at some point.
Yeah,
I only thought I bait him to attack them, but the range was pretty big.
How does it feel, man? How does it feel?
I mean, I didn't lose eight entire squads like someone else I don't want to mention.
that was a fun moment. Yeah, honestly, I feel like there was a back and forth a lot in Dantooine, so it was pretty even at the beginning. Realm built the top left.
Nope,
Well, no, it was
middle left,
Rex.
middle
You
left.
built the top left mine, right?
I don't
Or-
think so. Ryan just went there immediately.
Well, middle. I'm sorry, yeah, middle left mine technically. Not mapping that out in my brain correctly. You built that one. That did pretty well for you because Realm wasn't able to do anything about that. But then you hard lost bottom right. Was that intentional or was that part of the micro like mess up that you had during that game?
I feel like that was intentional. I didn't Ryan build like the middle
No.
mine at that point, so I couldn't go there immediately.
Yeah, you hard lost bottom right, and then he insta built it, and then it was just that was like bad news bears because it's just for rebels like you kind of the idea is to stop Empire from building the mines or constantly keeping a 2-to-1 mine advantage over there. I would argue. So when you hard lost that, like Realm was just starting to attack the second mine that you had, and then you had no map presence over there, and then he basically kind of just I think you went up to the middle at that point, but then eventually you went up to his base mine and attacked it. I feel like it kind of snowballed from there.
I mean, at one point I flew through the nebula to the right and destroyed it. I can't recall it anymore. I think it was after I destroyed the middle mine.
Yeah, it was, but he had already had that mine up for at least like 2 minutes. Like it was a while. Like, well, maybe not 2 minutes, but it was up for at least a minute. It was up for a while, so like it easily, returned its investment plus some. Realm
Yeah, and I
kind
also
of
think I never lost like the mine upgrade on Dantooine.
you
So I
didn't
had a
know.
mine up all the time.
Yeah, and that was sort of the thing, like because he lost bottom right so hard, like it allowed you to start focusing on other parts of the map, and then eventually you were able to take out, his base mine and then eliminate his other upgrade for the mine, and then you maintained it. So that was the other issue. One thing you did do wrong though, Realm, was that you kind of threw on Dantooine for a bit, which allowed Rex to get back into the game. Is like you didn't maintain map control. Like you had so many TIE fighters, but like you weren't leaving anything parked anywhere. Like I guess I'll reference my game against Ormy. Like the one thing I did against Ormy is like I parked TIE fighters around the map so that way in case they were building I could constantly drop things in because you had mine income. Like you had at least a single mine upgrade for over half the game before you went double upgrade. If you did, I don't even remember. But like you could have just like kept map control, baited him to building a mine, drop a bunch of TIE fighters there, and then pop that essentially. And then you didn't, so Rex was able to build some of the mines. I think. Did you end up building bottom right after you killed it, Rex? I don't think you did.
I can't remember.
That's fine. That's fine. You built. I think it was probably the top left mine that you built, and that kind of got you back into the game. And then there was a bunch of X-wings on the field, and then there was a bunch of TIE fighters, but you know it kind of didn't matter, I guess, in the sense of a long run, because Realm, you kind of rectified your mistake moving forward. You're like, oh, I kind of need map control here, and then did that. And then just during that whole process, that's also kind of when the canister happened. So is this like, well, is this going back to Rex here? Is this going to Realm? We don't know. But it was a fun game.
At the point where I killed his baseman the second time, I knew he just built top left and was building the right side.
Mm-hmm.
And while the right side was up, I knew that. And at that point, that was just the pinnacle of the micro mistakes in that game. I just sent my whole blob to the left instead of to the right. I don't know what happened. I gave a move command to the right side, and then I look, and they're halfway there anyways. At that point, it was too late to turn around.
Yeah.
I'm guessing there weren't any fighters on the right, so I could have evened it out again without losing everything. But yeah, in the whole dungeon game, really, I just I don't know, mismicroed half of my units. It was, don't know.
Yeah, and then Realm, I'm assuming you just kind of felt comfortable just being Empire, just kind of waited for him to make mistakes and exploit it.
Yeah. I mean, at the end, it was just defending a mine. He has to kill it.
Yeah,
And
I feel like
then if I defend with 10 ties, it's GG. He loses so much more than I get from the mine.
Hey, well, I mean, I defended with 10 ties once, lost me the game. Versus like 10 X-Wings. Joking aside. Yeah, honestly, in Dantooine, in my opinion, I think the most important part of the map is bottom right. Because it's just like, it's so obscurely far away because of the blockage of or barriers of the nebula that it's just like, if somebody hard wins map control right there, like, it's a big throw. Because it's like TIE fighters take a while to get over there. The next wings get stopped by the nebula. It's just bad, But yeah, other than that, it was a great game. It was very enjoyable to watch on stream. Lainey even mentioned a bunch of times too. It was like, whoa, I can't keep up with everything that's going on this map, this match right now. And it was true because there's just blobs of fighters everywhere on the map, and like PopCap was easily 10-10, if not more. But yeah. Other than that, I want to 14 X-Wings, Carson says, LOL. Moving on to the next game, Bathui. Rex, this was your pick. It was bold. What was your thoughts on that?
Same the last 10 times I picked it. I
Maybe
won Rebels anyways, so.
Yeah.
Cocky. Okay.
I mean, it worked so far against like what, Carson,
Rex.
Moon, and maybe Tommy. I don't know.
Honestly, Carson should have beat you as Bonthan, but he just was.
No, wait, Carson banned it. Maybe I can't remember.
No, you guys played Bonthan. Yeah.
Carson lost his Empire on Borfawi, and I shit talked him.
Because Realm actually told Carson how to play Bathui against you, and he still lost. So
I told him to tie ladder one side, and he just warped in one tie in the middle, and I was like, "Oh, are you fucking kidding me?"
Jokes aside there. Yeah, so Realm, obviously you had you felt pretty good after he picked that map. You're like, oh, I just pick Empire.
I'm just gonna pick Empire and just stomp him because, in my opinion, it's just a fucking Empire-sided map. There's like no way Rebel's gonna win if both players play equally good.
Yeah, you just kind of have to cheese as Rebels if you're gonna win. But if you know that cheese, then you prepare for that pretty easily. Yeah, so I mean, you just kind of won with fighter superiority. Is that was pretty straightforward. Rex, was that your intention? Were you, because you built the turret and then he was bopping it, and then you instead built the mine on top instead of another turret? How did that go for you? Did you think that was what you wanted? Is that what you planned?
I mean, if he's winning the right side and he has more fighters than I have, I kind of have to do something. But I mean, considering how many fighters he has on the field anyways, I also needed somewhere to stay, so I did the turret as well. Which didn't stay alive for too long, but it gave me some money back. But I also knew, like, he has so many fighters, there's no way he has this baseman turret. So I just flew up there with 3 fighters and got that.
Yeah, as you went up to his base mine, Realm just instantly built the middle. There was a moment that I mentioned in the stream that Realm basically just like, it was kind of towards the mid game where he just like, I feel like he read you like a book and he just auto responded in the correct way. I can't remember which instance I said that for. Realm, maybe you know what I'm referencing.
I think it was when
because
Ren
it was
built the
pretty.
middle bottom line.
Yeah, go ahead, say it, Laney.
And Rex went realizing that Rex would be desperate to destroy his base mine.
To the
And
base.
then the second move of Rex would be to check the bottom corner mine. So the middle mine stayed
when he
undetected
put the
for a
base
very
mine, I
long time
didn't build
there.
a base mine. Yeah.
Yeah, say that again, Realm.
What was it at the time
That
when
was
I
a bit
didn't have a
later, I
base
think,
mine?
that
He
you
was
built
going for
the
base
bottom
mine, I
mine then, I
built
think, instead
the
of the
middle.
base mine after. But what I'm interested to hear is, Rex, from your perspective, since you went into this with the faction you wanted to, and I agree with you that the rebels are a nice faction on both the way. So from your perspective, where did it go wrong?
I'd say with my micro again. Like I lost so many X-wings from just being shot in the back and stuff like that. It just, stacked on. Like a few X-wings there, a few there, and then you have a
dead
bunch of
X-wings
dead
don't
F-fleet
do
X-wings,
damage.
and you lose.
Right. So that was Bothaway. There was a nice space race in the end in terms of teching up. But by that point, Realm, obviously, you had so many mines and map control that it was over.
Yeah, I didn't want to call GG just because I wanted to wait for my tech up.
Right.
I mean, I knew the game was
Right.
lost anyways. But
Polos.
I wanted that.
Realm picks Polos. Rex, you should be a happy fellow at that point, right?
Actually, no, because at that point I had 2 games of very bad micro, and well, at that point I was like, okay, I'm gonna lose anyways, but I'm not gonna lose as Empire. After that, I'm gonna stick true to Rebels and at least go out with them. I think I even wrote Carson, like I got a bit spammed with
Right.
the Polish match.
The Polis match. So I'll comment on this because this elicited some PTSD for me. Yeah, so we had the base mine with the bomber, and Rex, you dropped the X-wing predicting the bomber. You started picking off some of the bombers there, but the bombers managed to get 3 proton torpedoes going in at double damage, and your base mine was around 60+%, I would say, give or take. And it was literally, it couldn't have been the most perfect, more open window where it just popped the base mine. Were you expecting that, or did that like turbo trigger you? Because everyone on stream lost their minds when that happened.
I mean, that was BS anyways, but I don't expect the mine to survive, but if it does, I'm happy. So
Yeah, that was some PTSD for me from the 2v2 match that Realm also did against me, going after our base mine on Naboo. So I was Empire and he was Rebels, and he popped it before it was even built. And yeah, it was just that
Right.
window couldn't
So
have been any
both
more
players
open,
destroyed
any
the
more
opposing
perfect.
base mine. Realm, you built the bottom left mine. Rex found it, attacked it, destroyed it. So at that point, Rex, you have 1k credits and you have to decide what to do. You decided to build your base mine. Do you think in hindsight that it would have been better to build more fighters instead?
I think it would have been better to just wait and not build my base mine. But at that point, it was already not looking too great. Like, I was super slow in the top left. I left my fighter stand around there for like, I don't know, 10 seconds or something. Before I attacked the top left mine. Therefore, I lost 2 squads. Then I lost so many X-Wings just flying straight from his tie and not marking that again. And I don't know. I mean, building more fighters would just prolonged it.
Yeah, and then you go
somewhere.
Yeah, and then you go into this treadmill
like,
of you don't have enough X-Wings to keep
Go
up
ahead.
with the mine production. There was actually one moment that was really funny. Realm, you were spawning a fighter at your
Yeah.
base mine, maybe wanting to build it again, and you didn't know yet that there was a missile turret. But you only had 500 credits. That was like, I already saw Rex get back into the game by insta-popping your base mine with the missile turret, but there was no risk because you didn't have the money to build it anyways.
I was actually guessing that he
Okay.
built a turret because he didn't have that many fighters. So I just flew like to the mine, checked if the missile turret attacks, and if it doesn't attack, I would have built it. But
Very
it did
careful.
attack, so yeah, didn't build it. Didn't care about it.
Yeah, I feel like when Rex, you built your base mine, it would have been more prudent for you to at least hard defend it for a little bit, because Realm was also building only one mine, and you going in there and not defending it, like you could have popped those TIE fighters, and before he maybe been able to drop in some more TIE fighters, like you would have been able to save it, kill some of his fighters, also produce your own fighters at that point. That could have helped sway the tide in your favor, particularly just because I'm not saying it would have worked, but because you chose to build your base mine, like I feel like that would have been the whole I got to commit to this sort of tactic or strategy that I'm doing, and then you kind of went in with the half strategy where you took your fighters away to go attack his mine, and that just allowed him to come in and attack your mine instead. So whether or not it would have worked, arguably maybe not, but it would have kept you alive longer. That's the only thing I was gonna suggest in that portion, but. Yeah, definitely the turret though. I do feel like the turret ended up came back and kind of bit you in the ass there, because it 700 credits instead of building another fighter or two, that would have made a bigger difference. But yeah, any other comments on that game for Polis there, gents?
No, I mean it was pretty over on my perspective, because I just had the Nebula mine for an eternity,
Yeah.
and he didn't have a mine, so it was just dragging out the game.
All right, now Rex, third
All
place
right. Well,
in your first major
Yes.
playoff stage of an EW tournament. What is your feeling right now? What is your mental state? Are you happy that you got third? Is it more that? Are you more sad that you didn't make it into the finals? Tell us about it.
Well, let's just start from the beginning, I guess. I went in this tournament, I don't know, wanting to get at least 5th place. So 5th place, I got it. I was fine. Okay, next match, I don't care if I lose, win that again, and then it's like, oh damn it, I only have to play one more match to get 3rd place. So I wanted to play again, win again, and worked out. So I'm very happy with my placement, and I feel like at this stage in the tournament I couldn't lose anymore, because either I get 2nd place and a chance at winning again, or I win the the predictions and get another $30 on top of that. So I'm quite happy with how it ended. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, honestly, like I said at the beginning of the stream there, that Rex being kind of a somewhat unknown entity of sorts, only because your only initial match was or entering the tournament scene was the 2v2, and you were in the minors and you made 2nd place. But I mean, you were easily, obviously, the most improved player throughout the entire tournament, from start to finish. You
I
put
would
in the
disagree.
most. You put in the most effort. Well, what are you
Um,
gonna do to reference? Maybe Carson because he threw against Coco. I mean,
No. I
but
mean, I was
Oh
already
yeah.
pretty
Looking
good at
at
the
it
start
this
of the
way,
tournament,
that's
while
true
Carson
though.
was terrible at the start of the tournament.
Like just from the start of the
So
tournament, I think Carson had the bigger improvement compared to Rex. Rex was already really, really good at the start. Just nobody knew it yet because he didn't have a tournament to prove it yet, right?
fair enough. I mean, you can make that argument. Yeah, and
Oh
just
yeah.
more so in terms of the metrics, though, is what I was kind of arguing. Like based off the metrics, I would say most improved, and we kind of walked through that, and it showed like through your dominance. You were basically a merger of Realm and Verney of last tournament, where you went into the top spot. You went 3-0, so you did good in your first match against Coco, and then you went up against Laney, and you lost. You went 3-1. And then afterwards, you just went on this revenge tour in the lower bracket, and you just 3-0'd 4 people in a row. I mean, you 3-0'd Meteora, Ormi, you against number 3 seed Moonshield. Then you went against 3-0 against Carson. So you just went on this hard revenge tour and just dominated from the lower bracket side. And then got up against Realmking and then number 2 seed. And yeah, I don't know if maybe that potentially played against you or not, but at the end of the day, it's super impressive. So, I mean, very well done.
I gotta say, I had the worst seed ever. Like in my 2nd match, I get to play against seed 1, Then I drop down, fight either you or Army, then C2 or 3.
Baptism
it
by
was
fire, I call
just
that.
horrible. Yeah, I guess.
But yeah, congratulations. You've made third place. Well done. I mean, I honestly really did say though, like the hardest working person in this entire tournament, and I'm not trying to take anything against Carson because maybe this is what I could argue. He is the most improved. I will actually agree with that. Carson easily the most improved person in the tournament. Hardest working person in this tournament, hands down, has to go to you though. Like there's no. I can't see anybody else who was more hardworking than you in terms of whether it was preparing for the tournament prior to it happening, going into this tournament and preparing. You played against everybody, you practiced against everybody, you put in the time, you put in the effort, and it really showed. So, I mean, again, well done. I compliment you very much on that, and I hope others can take and aspire to do what you did and make it happen for themselves, so that way they can start making their names in the competitive scene as well. So, I mean, you set the bar high, and you know.
But
Hey,
now
man.
let's look. Oh,
Yeah, thanks. Also, I gotta say one last thing. I can't believe that my micro lost me the tournament. Like, of all things that would let me down, I can't believe it was my micro.
Always the
right.
irony.
The one thing that you were praised for a lot in the past is Rex's micro is really, really good. And then in the end, but this is also something that you can now sit back on and analyze. Why is that happening? And then for the next tournament, maybe you can avoid getting into the, I don't know, state of mind, whatever it was in the end that made you underperform on that front. Now, okay.
I can tell you what it was. I thought I was gonna have to play Empire way more, so I barely practiced Rebels before this match.
Interesting, but
so the strategy at the end, that's similar to what I did against Laney, where I was expecting him to play conventional, and he played entirely unconventional, hard counter. Rome came into the strategy just saying, I'm just not going to let this guy play, well, he wanted to say like not let you play Rebels, but at the same time too, it was just like the maps that he let you play Rebels on were just very Empire-sided maps.
You don't expect me to pick Rebels on Bofferwee when I told after every game Bofferwee is fucking Empire side. I'm never gonna play Rebels.
I mean, either I get Rebels so I'm happy, or I know how to play Empire. Just that I didn't expect not being able to micro Rebels.
I mean, I kind of expect to play Rebels on Dantooine.
I mean,
But
I think I only played Rebels whenever I get the chance. I don't think I picked Empire a single time in this tournament. Maybe once. No. I don't think I picked Empire once in this entire tournament. So, I feel like you could have.
Ormi's magic document will need to tell us if that's true.
Interesting.
Shout out to Ormi, who is compiling statistics for all the matches for us to use for further inspection purposes. So that's very nice. Looking forward to that one. But now looking at the other side of the booth, Realm, my opponent. Welcome in the finals.
Hey, congratulations. You get your revenge match against Laney. We meet again. Yeah, that's grand finals here. So looking forward to that. You get the replay of the upper bracket finals of Laney versus Realm, number 1 versus the number 2 seed. So we'll see what transpires during those games there. And hopefully maybe we won't have to wait long, but I'm very much looking forward to that best of 9 game
Indeed,
series.
for those who don't know yet, the finals have a different drafting format than the rest of the tournament. It's a bit more epic, and it's historically motivated. In the past, we had 2 finals whenever there was a finals. The reason for that is that there is the upper bracket and the lower bracket. And one player obviously comes into that from the upper bracket and has not yet lost a single match, a single series. So he still has that extra life left, right? So in the past, it was so that if the upper bracket player lost in the finals, there would be a second finals. And then the second finals will determine the winner. And while this has its advantages, like for example, it's possible to schedule these 2 matches at different times, which makes this a little bit easier. it's also very anticlimactic for the first round of the finals, because either it's over or it's not going to count anything. So what we did here is we redrafted the whole thing into one but bigger match. It's now going to be one best of 9 without any bans and without a map being played twice. So it's the ultimate test of skill in terms of every player has to be able to play the maps. There is no bans. There is no maps that are left unplayed, or potentially there are no maps. And the advantage that the upper bracket player has is converted into a 2-0 initial lead for the upper bracket player. So the grand finals will start and the scoreboard will read 2-0. And we've actually sat down and done the math to make sure that this is roughly equal to what the advantage would be in the conventional 2 matches format that we had in the past. Right, that was a mouthful. I'm looking forward to that. The grand finals will happen next weekend. So keep an eye out, follow the channel, subscribe to us, or take the tournament viewer role on the community Discord. All 3 ways to get informed when the finals actually will happen. We will schedule that as soon as we can and then publicize the date. Speaking about grand finals, Saif, there's another one.
There is. We have one tomorrow. We have the minors grand finals.
Right.
We have Mr. Raisin.
The Battle of the Misters. It will happen tomorrow on Sunday at 2:15 p.m. Eastern Time or at 8:15 p.m. Central European Time. So nice evening event for the Europeans and in the afternoon for the American viewers. I'll be streaming. I don't know with whom yet. I think Thrawn did volunteer yet. But since this is a grand finals, if one of the official streamers would want to do that with me, that would have precedence. Right, I'm looking very much forward to that. That will be also in the same format that I was talking about yet. The best of 9 format. Mr. Raisinface coming from the upper bracket against Mr. Man. Also, speaking about Rex, showing up coming out of nowhere in the grand scheme of things. Mr. Man 2, first tournament for him, and he is in the finals. So nice journey for him. We will talk about that more tomorrow in the stream, of course. For now, thank you everybody for tuning in, for showing up today, for witnessing the second last match of the majors. And with that, I wish everybody a nice evening, nice day, depending on where you are watching. Thank you very much, Saif, for commentating this with me. Sorry again for the recording. Next time I will be more diligent, so that will not happen again. And again,
obviously
we saw you win.
Obviously, the one
It's
game
not
where
the
I
entire
win
game.
gets cut out.
Yeah, it's just half. The boring part. When it exploded, we have that on screen.
Half game.
Right. So, congratulations again, Rex, on your 3rd place in the 2021 Space Cup. Well done. And for you, Realm, meet you in the finals.